What is going on, everybody? It is turkey season, and I'm finally getting out for the first time to scout for some birds. We are halfway through the first week, so conditions are less than ideal. And speaking of less than ideal conditions, it has been raining for the last week straight. So all I'm doing is coming up here through the game lands with my pair of binoculars, and I'm just gonna glass up into these power lines and kind of creep along nice and slow, look into the woods, look on the power lines, and just see if I can't see any turkeys out putting around. We're about 2 hours before dark, so it might be a bit yet, but that's all right, because I got a couple roads to creep down. If I don't see any on this one, I just keep right on moving. Now at the top of this hill, last year I did kick out a flock of turkeys in archery season, but I'm not sure how turkeys pattern to know how relevant that is to the spring gobbler season. So anyway, I'm gonna cruise on through, and I'll pick you up again if I see anything interesting. So a couple things to clarify. So for the first half of spring gobbler season in Pennsylvania, you can only hunt until noon, which is why at 6 o'clock at night I feel comfortable driving through the game lands with, not worried about either bumping turkeys off of somebody or getting shot. I still don't want to get out of the truck just to be absolutely certain I'm not disturbing birds that I can't see. And also, the reason I picked to check this spot first is because right down at the bottom of this hill, you can see it drops off. Down at the bottom of this hill is where I filmed my blue lining video. And turkeys are generally found near water, but also there's a few of these little, I don't know if you can see through the trees there, but there's a few little orchards that are along the side of this road. So I figure fields and water, it's up on the ridge, so these turkeys can just call down into that bottom. They got somewhere to feed over in the fields. There's also big woods in between each one of those orchards. So you've got habitat, feed, cover, feed, and water, all in a pretty small area. So I figured this would be a good spot to check first for these turkeys. But I'm almost to the end of the road here and I haven't seen anything yet, so it's not looking good. Pick you up if I see anything. Well, it looks like I missed him on video, but I just had a gobbler run right off the middle of the road into the woods. I'm tempted to try out the call, but I also don't want to really screw with him. So this was actually where I was originally planning to go tomorrow morning. So I'm glad to see my hunch was at least in the right place. I didn't get a great look at him, but I did see a big red head as he scurried off the road. So we're gonna keep cruising on through here. Hope we didn't throw him too much off his pattern. Keep looking for more. I'm thinking he's probably not gonna be too far, because it looks like it's about to start raining again. And it's about an hour and a half before dark. So he's probably not gonna roost too far from where he's at now. So at least I know I'm on the right track of where I wanted to set up. Oh. There's another one on the road down below me here. He just dipped off to the side. The main road going through these game lands, off the one side, nice thick woods, and off on the other, if you look through that little patch of woods, That's open timber, or open power line. And that's now 2 turkeys I've spotted the night before I planned to hunt. Get my finger out of the road. Where'd he go? Oh, he's in behind that tree. Let me pull up a little bit. Wait. There's a hen with him. Pull up a little bit, see if I can get a better angle. I don't know if you can see his beard swinging, but that's a nice tom. So I am going to cruise along my way, see if I can find any more. Catch you in a minute. I just found a couple more. Looky here. We got nice tom. Possibly a Jake. I don't see a beard on him, but he looks pretty red. And a hen. Alright. Things continue to look better. I think I'm in a decent area to get a bird tomorrow morning. I don't have an exact spot picked out yet, but at least I know the area I'm going to be hunting. So now I'm going to go home, study onX, do some last minute research, and hopefully we get out here in the morning, put one of these big toms on the ground. See you then. What is going on, everybody? It is 6:20 in the morning. A bit of a later start. As you can see, we got a little bit of daylight coming through the woods here. A little bit later of a start than I really wanted to get, but when 5 o'clock rolled around and my alarm went off, I hit that snooze button like Yen's been hitting subscribe. So shout out to you guys for that. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. But, you know, besides the point, we are finally getting out, heading to the game lands. We don't have too terribly far to go, so I'm not that worried about it. And we are gonna try and get us a turkey. We went out last night. We spotted a few scouting around on the game lands. We know the general area we want to set up in. I have the one-man blind in the back, so that's about all I can think of to say on an intro. Hopefully, it is a little rainy. It is also 42 degrees out, so hopefully I can get a bird to answer me. I do have my call. All I have is a mouth call. I don't have a slate or a box. I'm just getting into turkey hunting. But today seems like just about as good a morning as any to bag my first bird. So, with that being said, we are going to make this turn, head up to the game lands, and we're going to see what happens. Catch you in a bit. Okay, we have made it to the game lands, and we have already spotted a bird on the way in. I'll see if I can get past him here. I'll probably keep on driving for a little bit and then pull off to the side of the road and maybe try and get set up on him. Right there he is. Oh, it's a hen. Okay. So we at least know where there's one turkey. Oh, hello. Looks like he's been shot at. Wings are a little messed up. Maybe he got in a fight with a bigger bird. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna go down the road a little bit, circle around to that power line over there, see if I can't convince him to walk over to me. I'm gonna come down here about 100 yards or so and pull off. That might give me enough time to set up my blind and be far enough away that I'm not spooking those birds trying to get in and get set up. Alrighty, We are set up in the blind. Those birds should be working about 100 yards off to my right. Just let out a couple of yelps, didn't get an answer. So I'm gonna give it a little bit. Maybe in again. Wind might be moving my blind a little bit, but yeah, I'm set up in a one-man blind. It's literally just a camping chair with like a canopy. But there's some serious disadvantages to this thing. It's very skinny. Not a whole lot of room to move. So I need these birds to be right in front of me. If they come in from the side, I might be toast. I guess this is as good a time as any to introduce to you guys my newest piece of equipment. We got a Tacticam on the shotgun. So I might just leave my GoPro like this, set up towards me. Kick the Tacticam on if a turkey comes around. Sorry if you guys are bouncing around a little bit. This tent isn't the most secure thing in the world. Also, I don't know if you can see it. Probably can't. No. The back corner of this chair is broken. So I'm kind of seated like. And I'm really hoping it doesn't just collapse on me. So, with all that said, I'm gonna shut up, start calling. See if I can get these birds to work their way in. Let's get after it. I thought I got one gobble response, but it was way down at the bottom, or over on the hill on the opposite side. It was super quiet, so it might have just been my brain playing tricks on me. So I just started doing a little bit quieter, mixing in a few putts and yelps, hoping to get a response out of anything a little bit closer, or maybe a more clear response. Not that that one would have hurt me way over there with the quiet call, but fact that it's already rained for a week straight to maybe get the birds a little more active. Maybe they're used to the rain and cold, but maybe not. Still haven't mastered the mouth call yet. Half hour. Maybe throw out another set of calls, see if I can get any kind of response. No sign out of that bird across the road on the way in. So I think he's heading up on that one. There's still a chance there's one further down I didn't come across. Or anything roosted down in these trees. The opposite side of this power line has a bunch of pines in it. There's always a chance there could be one up underneath. minutes, half hour, do a little calling sequence. Other than that, I'll be hanging out. I'm gonna save my battery. Turn you on if anything interesting comes along. Alright, while I'm giving that calling a break, seems like as good a time as any. Have a nice kick. Please sponsor me. I love you. Do this very quietly. I heard something behind me halfway through that sip. I think I'm just a raindrop. Cool thing about this blind. Couple are very nice. That's one of the advantages to this one-man blind. Visibility is a bit of a disadvantage. Mobility is advantage. Ease of setup. Very big advantage. I can't see and I can't move. Two big disadvantages. I bought this thing probably 10, 12 years ago. Longer than that, because I had it during my first deer season when I was 12. That'd be 16 years ago. So it makes sense that it's starting to fall apart a little bit. I keep thinking I'm hearing something behind me. The problem is behind me is a bunch of mountain laurel that I can't see through. You're hearing that, right? Another downside to the blind. I just hotboxed myself. Oh, Taco Bell last night. Thank God turkeys can't smell. They can, I know that. Thank God turkeys don't go by smell. It's been about 20 minutes. About time for another calling sequence. Turns out there's a little roll. Far side of the power line is just out of sight. And it might just be my brain playing tricks on me. But I swear now this is the third time I've heard a hen putt down over that hill. They're really spaced out. Probably 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes apart. But it'll just be a little putt, putt, putt. And quiet for another 10, 15, 20 minutes. And I've tried putting back, I've tried real quiet calling, but I could never get a response. So I'm just gonna let that bird go. See if we can hear it. And then I'm not gonna answer back. It could be the same hen we saw this morning with that Jake. I'm gonna assume it was a Jake. Or it could be the hen we saw last night with that big gobbler and the Jake. Regardless, I still have heard 0 gobbles, 0 response to any call. Chances are that if there actually is a hen down over this hill, it's the one we saw this morning. Because on the other side of these woods in front of me, there's another power line. And if I had to guess, they circled up around above me, worked their way down that power line. They're now working their way back towards probably the woods behind me. Or they're just sitting down in there feeding around, staying out of the rain. The rain's really calmed down to just a sprinkle now. I swear I'm hearing stuff walking, maybe scratching. And I thought I heard a few putts. But it wasn't like an alarm putt. It was just like a feeding putt. so you might be able to hear my stomach. I got a crap bad. The second gobble sounded like he was in the same spot. Hopefully you can hear him over me talking. Come on, Chuckles, go off again. He's a little further off that time. Really hoping that picks up on the audio. Not my best work. Okay. I'm gonna swap batteries. Kick on if he starts working his way in. Here's hoping. Alright. It's 10:30. I haven't heard a gobble in probably a good half hour, maybe a little more. The rain picked up again and the bird just went quiet. So, I guess I'll give it another hour and a half. And, see if anything works its way by on its own. I got the call put away. I think it's gonna stay in my pocket now. Unless they really start acting up. Just gonna try and follow the tempo of these birds. If they're gonna be active and calling, I'll be active and calling. If they're not active and calling, I've called enough today. They know there's one around here. So, like I said, we're gonna give another hour and a half. See if anything moves by. I'll kick you back on if there's anything coming through. See you then. Well, it is now 11:26, and as you can hear, it has begun to sleet. Haven't heard any gobbles, at least not any close ones, since probably around 11. It sounded like a different bird. Last gobble I heard was straight in front of me, probably 200 yards. Sounded like it was way over on the opposite hillside. Like I said, that was probably half hour ago. Maybe an hour. I don't know. I lost all track of time. It's not looking good for today's hunt. But I've learned some things staring at the onX app. Plotting out where I'm seeing birds, where I'm hearing birds. Trying to find a cross section in between. Now directly in front of me, that power line, the next power line, not the one that I'm sitting on, but the one past that, feeds down into a creek bottom. And I think that bird I heard this morning was on the other side of that creek bottom. And if I had to guess, the reason he hung up right there and never came in any further is because he didn't want to cross through that bottom. It looks like it's fairly steep based on the topographical map. So I think the next time I get out, I don't know when that's going to be, I'm going to try for tomorrow morning, but I'm not entirely sure yet. I think the next time I get out, I'm going to go the whole way down to the end where we saw the Tom, Jake, and hen last night and try to circle around them, get on the other side of this creek bottom, and let them work their way over to me. And if that doesn't work, then there's plenty of areas over on that side that I haven't really explored. So there's a very good chance that there's some birds I haven't seen yet. So anyway, I'll set it out for the last half hour, and then it's going to be an all-out sprint to the bathroom when I get home, because this one is going to be rough.
Maybe a decoy could have saved me.
Managed to come back. I think I blew it, but there's a shot. That joker came out of nowhere, dude. I just looked up and saw the freaking head popping up over the top. Nuts. I couldn't have shot him anyway. I didn't know if he was a Tom or a Jake. Mental note. The rain might slow him down. But they move in it. That was the one thing I was afraid of with this spot. As soon as they pop over that little ridge, they're 15 yards and stared me in the eyes. I couldn't get my phone to record him. I got the Tacticam on. I tried to stick it. My gun was off to the side. We're learning. For my first solo turkey hunt, this has definitely been a learning experience. I wasn't expecting to kill a bird today, and I almost did anyway. Dude, he caught me so off guard. 8 minutes till I have to unload the gun and sneak out. I can't believe that. That was awesome, dude. I was so not ready. The rain picked up. I'm like, they're under a tree. Staying out of sight. I look up and just seen that blue hit. White and blue. Tragedy. Okay. So I think what I might do to prevent that happening again is cut this mesh a little bit, make the hole a little bigger. Not too much. I don't want it to be hanging open. But just enough that I can get my gun and Tacticam. If I didn't have the camera on the gun, I probably could have shot that bird, but again, I didn't know what it was. I was just trying to get a beat on him, record him in the camera. Hopefully it shows through the mesh because my camera was hung up on it. I was just trying to get a beat on him, get him on the camera. And if he would have kept coming in, I could have seen his beard. Yeah, he was at 15 yards, easy shot. Come back, buddy, come back. Five minutes. If he comes back at 12 on the dot, I'm gonna be so jacked, dude. Now the real question. Was that bird coming in because he heard me calling earlier and just wanted to check me out? It took him that long to get here. Or is this just his travel route? 4 minutes. well, sir. You're free to go. You beat me this time. I'll be back. For you. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Subscribe. See more turkey hunting action. See you in the next one.